All right, as you're there, you hear a familiar voice
Oh,
coming up
drug bust.
behind you.
No.
Cheese it.
Oh yeah. Oh, Jack. Hello.
Huh? Whip around looking at
Turn down. Jervis is there.
Jervis.
Oh, oh my. Who's that fellow? He looks awful.
I thought
This
he would be
is
innocent.
this is the tree wizard.
Oh, a tree wizard.
Yeah.
I've never heard of such a wizard.
He's got acorns, man.
I've got acorns. Oh my.
Speaking of tree man, do you have any habaneros? I know you got acorns. You got habaneros?
I got seeds.
How
I'm
many?
a
I'll
tree
take 'em.
wizard, not a fucking pepper wizard.
Yeah, he's not a pepper wizard. You gotta find a
Pepper Wizard's next door.
Well, he has seeds, okay? So I'm gonna buy the seeds.
I got seeds.
How many? You kind of cut out. Sorry.
20 seeds.
All right. How much?
Gold a seed.
What a seed?
25 gold a seed. 25 gold a seed.
25 gold a seed, and he's got 20. I'll take them all. 500. I'll take them all.
Alright, 500 gold. Hello.
Huh? Oh no, I was updating my character sheet. So okay, 500 gold. Got it.
Gold, you get 20 seeds. I'm done with business for the day. Business closed. I'm closed. I've got head back into the tent.
No more robes. Nobody gets
All right,
robes
fair
today. Jack,
Fuck, that voice kills me.
Jack. Achievement unlocked.
What?
Drug dealer.
I should what?
You got an achievement. Drug dealer.
Yay!
Yay.
Okay, so Jack looks back at Jervis and he's like, "So Jervis, what are you doing in this part of town? It's shady. You shouldn't be here."
I'm looking for Mr. Dallas. He ran off this way.
Well, if I were to guess where he was, the shady part of Huoshan would be it. So, I guess it's justified that you are here. So,
Yes,
what
well,
were you looking for, Mr.
would
Dallas?
you like to
for?
accompany me? Oh, well, Mr. Dallas had a meeting with Mr. Flagg, but I saw a cabinet being upended out of one of his windows, so
Jack goes, "Yeesh." Well, I guess I can help you find him. Not really doing anything else for the day.
So,
I think that is a type of renovation here in Huoshan.
What is?
Well, I'm not sure. I saw the furniture being tossed out a window. I wonder if that's some kind of Longma renovation business.
Oh, yeah, probably not, Jervis. I think that was kind of an act of brute force. You should just forget about it for now.
Sounds like
And then
Mr. Flagg needs a hug.
I'm sure he needs many things, Jervis, but maybe he just needs some space right now.
I need to go find Mr. Dallas. Would you like to accompany me?
Yeah, sure. Let's go.
All right, we'll get back to you.
All
Who else is doing what?
Wyoming and Lily, we're going to go find Samson at the medical ward.
Wyoming? Are you sure?
That's what I said.
I know
Yes,
Wyoming
Wyoming.
has wants to take the hoof to the medics division.
Yeah, I'm following him. Because I have the hoof.
Wyoming, you there?
Wyoming?
And then after that, I'm gonna go
Yeah.
head to,
I'm here.
All right.
you know,
So,
The shitty
You
parts
are
Huoshan.
the two and Lily are heading over to the medics division.
It's been a long time since I've been here.
Oh, you've been here too. I guess that makes sense.
Possibly for different reasons.
Wyoming, you are
What
going
kind of reasons?
Let's just say I didn't take the death of my family well.
Hmm.
But let's see if their healers can identify anything about this.
Yeah, that's the
Alright.
plan.
Alright, as you guys enter the medics division, Wyoming, you're greeted with a familiar face. It's one of your old friends. How do you pronounce her name? Would it be Bia or B?
Sure, whatever.
Alright.
B, I guess.
She is currently kind of like, I guess a receptionist, kind of like at a desk right now.
Oh, hey, B.
Outside the window, you can see Cannon.
Oh, Wyoming! It's been a while.
Yeah, good to see you. I've become a hunter now. This is your partner, Lily.
Nice to meet you.
Bia gives a warm smile. A pleasure. Oh, how can I help you? How can I help you today?
Yeah, I'm actually here because I wanted you to, or maybe even Tom, if she happens to be here, to look at something a bit strange.
Shh.
Maybe I should handle this. So, we ran into a user of dark magic, and we happened to, sever her hoof, and it's still moving.
She kind of just
We
gives
want to
a
know.
guess,
What?
like shocked.
We want to know as much about it because we want to avoid killing her outright.
Even better if you can figure out some way to cure it or something.
Yes, well, give me a moment, please.
Well, it does.
Sure, thanks.
She gets up and walks further into the building. The two of you are sitting around, just kind of waiting and chilling, and a certain pink lamb walks up wearing a doctor's outfit.
Is it that one pink lamb?
It's
Hey,
that
Dad,
one
Joe?
pink lamb.
You know, the important one?
Uh.
Oh. So,
Lily
So,
wears
yeah.
cuffs. We're not crazy.
it's capitalized, I think. There we
There
go.
we go.
Who could
Hey,
that be?
that girl. Hey, that girl, guy.
Tom, you are here. That's great.
Hello,
Pom-
Wyoming.
Palm?
Hey, Palm, we have Oleander's hoof.
You're not here. Or are
Of
you?
sorts.
So,
I was told you had a hoof of sorts.
None of sorts. But it seems.
Not New Zealand enough. 0 out of 10.
Yeah,
Shut the
you're
fuck
not
up.
TV enough.
Wow, man, I don't know fucking accents. Shut the fuck up. I'll give her a fucking Australian accent.
Blasphemy!
Anyway. So yeah, we need to find out about it, especially if it can be uncorrupted in of a way.
Magic isn't my forte. You would probably have to take it either to maybe Samson or someone else in the magic or artificer division. But I can still take a look at it.
You saying you don't have clerics here?
Yes, but no one here is proficient in dark magic. This is not. This is a place of healing.
Yeah, we don't need dark magic. We need light magic.
I can still take.
The magic just would cause worse problems.
Someone have some feedback.
It's Lily.
I can
Sorry.
still take. I can still take a look at it.
Well, that'd
Oh,
really be
well.
appreciated.
And watch out, it moves.
She takes you to a room. Kind of like, just like sets up a table, kind of like. A small, like, equivalent to, like, those, like, metal, like, beds you would find in the morgue. The hoof, please.
I'll go get it. So, Lily walks out to her cannon and grabs the hoof.
Samson said he'd be by here later, so we might just wait around for him anyway.
So you bring the hoof.
Uh-huh. Remember, if you can, strap it down all times.
Right. Is it wrapped up, or? Hello?
Let's
No.
just say the open end is wrapped up. Like
Okay.
the end that's wounded.
Alright, well, she's going to unwrap it, and the moment she does, it begins, like, violently twitching around. It kind of spooks her for, like, a second, but she manages to strap it down. I've never seen anything like this. This is...
You guys should mention it's Oleander's.
Yeah, I was just about to. It's Oleander's. She apparently was tricked into reading from the Necronomicon.
She's one of the champions of prophecy, like myself, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm afraid to say I've never met her. But
It's fine.
where's my D20 at? Alright. So she's examining the hoof, taking like all the standard procedures, like reflex testing, blood pressure, all that kind of dumb doctor stuff.
Blood pressure in the
The
servers.
results. She looks at you. I don't understand this. This hoof is alive. It moves and acts like it's still part of the body. It has a pulse.
It's
So-
alive.
Pulse.
Sorry.
So you're sure it's not alive in the sense an undead is, right? It's actually alive.
She actually casts a spell. Casting a cure spell on it, and nothing happens. Like, it doesn't like deteriorate. Or would it be? Probably be positive energy actually, but no, it doesn't like. Doesn't actually damage it. Actually, kind of slightly heals it.
Huh. This is just the information I was looking for.
I can confirm that the hoof isn't undead.
I'm glad you got something out of this at least.
I'd like to hang on to this. I want to try and learn as much as I can from it, if you don't mind.
That's what I was hoping for.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You don't know how much this means to me.
Yes, well. Around this time, Samson walks in. I was told this is where I would find you, he says, speaking the palm. He hands her a small, kind of like several pouches. This should be all the ingredients you need to send of the medical needs. Thank you. While you're here, could you assist me with this? She says, pointing to the hoof. Samson, looking at it. Interesting. This hoof is detached from the body, yet it moves. Where did you find this?
We more of created it in a way.
He
Bow.
raises an eyebrow.
Bow.
Bao, the reindeer, kind of cut it off of Oleander. She got away, but left that behind.
The one. Chronomicon, yes?
Yes.
Oh, am I getting messages? Samson just kind of looks at it. You with the magics of the Necronomicon, but I know that I believe this hoof is trying to reconnect with its body. It's only speculation.
It's just like the Iron Giant.
The
If what you say is true, The reverse might also be true. So
He
we
looks-
need to defend.
I doubt Oleander be able to even step 5 feet within Huoshan before she would get torn apart by our hunters.
Says you.
She seems to be capable enough that she may be able to slip by without being noticed.
Perhaps. I will
Alright.
see to it. The magic division. We may need this hoof.
She got away from us by teleportation, just so you know.
He nods. You're absolutely sure it was the Necronomicon? The real Necronomicon?
Well, we don't really know the difference between a real and a fake one, but the
It-
observer seemed to believe it was the real one.
I took it away from her, and it did try to get me to open it. I heard a voice in my head.
Yes. That the Necronomicon is bound by unique magics, though many fakes have the same kind of spell, the same kind of enchantments. There is only one true way to test if the Necronomicon is real, and that is to attempt to destroy it. Stab a fake Necronomicon and you stab it, but Necronomicon and the real Necronomicon, and it will attempt to resist.
Well, we didn't really try during that short time we had it, because we didn't think it would work.
He nods. I understand.
If it is a fake, then it's close enough to the real one that it tricked the Queen of Diamonds. It seems like she knows the difference.
Or she wasn't being honest with us. For whatever reason.
Queen. When he says that, he actually speaks. When he says queen, he actually speaks as if he knows her personally. The tone he has with that.
Well, I
Imagine
know it's kind of
Queen.
obvious
Yeah.
the way the Queen spoke about him.
Yeah, I cannot imagine Queen would be tricked by a parlor fake. If she believes it is the real Necronomicon, then I will have to look into this. If you have any questions about the Necronomicon, I can answer them.
I've never really heard of it before this last adventure. What is it and where does it come from?
The Necronomicon is an evil book, Dane man, bound in human flesh and written in blood.
Found in human flesh?
Samson nods.
Never heard. I
It
only
contains
heard
information.
of what humans are from the Queen herself. What are they?
Bipedals.
I'm back.
Humans are they are the primary race in the world of outsiders.
So the Necronomicon.
Unlike here, where ungulates are varied, more than 50% of the populace are human.
So the Necronomicon is some sort of outer artifact.
Believe it or not, it was created by a human whose name... Out of game, I don't know how to pronounce his name. Whose name
Just
has
write
been
it.
forgotten to time. Contains information of the outer gods and the great old ones. Powerful, forbidden magics that exist in no book.
I see. So, about the Queen, how trustworthy is she to not use this book against us?
The Queen of Diamonds, she is a very deceptive and manipulative woman. If she believes she can use the Necronomicon to further her goals, she may do so. Has the ability to withstand the mental barrage that the Necronomicon will try to assault her with. And in the worst case scenario, the king will step in.
I see. Suppose that's all my questions for now.
Samson nods.
It's a little bit beyond me, so I don't even know what to ask.
Did the queen say anything? Anything particular to... He just kind of like motioned to all around, I guess to like kind of like mentioning Huoshan itself.
She only really mentioned you specifically.
He looks-
Offhanded comment.
Did mention Flag as well, but we didn't really get the chance to say that she said hi or whatever.
What did she say about me?
When we mentioned possibility of being the influences of the Necronomicon away from her, she mentioned that we don't need another Samson, implying that you are insane.
Well, she's half right. I am, as you would say, insane, but my insanity is controlled.
She said you could only be really controlled by your master, whoever that is.
By my teacher, who taught me how to control this, taught me to control my insanity, and I use.
Well, who is that?
Understand,
That'd be so difficult to realize. Works for us. Because Monster would
He
be-
pauses. I cannot say. Only that my teacher is very powerful. Powerful enough not only to break the mind, not only to break my mind, but reconstruct it into something greater. My abilities come with a price. I am not sane. Not in the slightest. As for having two of me, I am... Perhaps she implies that Alianda can gain the similar powers of my own through the Necronomicon. She cannot.
It seems like a strange observation. I presumed it was more of her control over her insanity. Be similar to yours.
One does not just control their insanity, and was taught to control my insanity. My teacher aided me. She has no one like that. And at this point, if she has been gazing into the Necronomicon all this time, likely completely lost. Nothing more than a mindless beast being controlled by the Necronomicon. But now without it, well, imagine how big a forest fire can get if it is not controlled.
Well then, have to do is control it.
You know, at this point there is only one way to control her. And that is to
Don't you say it.
Samson says, I see the hope. A lot of hunters had it. A lot of hunters lost it. A lot of hunters still
What
have
about
it.
that?
Way to save Alianda. Then I recommend you do so quickly. In any case, I will take this hoof to my division. We will prepare a scry on her. If she tries to infiltrate the city.
I was already thinking we'd like to know where she is before you said that.
Wait, what?
I was already thinking we'd like to know where she is and to try and find her before you said that.
And in that case, we can take this and prepare the scry now, and you will be able to see if you wish.
I do.
Follow me. So I assume you two both follow Samson?
Yeah, I follow him.
Alright. You are all walking down further into Huoshan. And you come across this kind of like factory-like building. There's a lot of steam and smoke rising out of like chimneys and whatnot. He opens the door and you're just immediately hit with this just blast of heat. This heat and smoke and just awful smells. Like you're stepping into just really just you're literally stepping into a factory, and it is outside.
Yeah, but Huoshan should always be that hot.
Only it's hotter inside than it is outside.
Okay. Okay, that's fine.
Jesus Christ, this has been an awful session.
Lots of talking.
He takes you up into this kind of like room where there are a lot of ungulates, kind of like standing in front of these like orbs. He walks up to one of them, sets the hoof down. You need a scribe prepared on the one called Oleander. This is her hoof. Make it happen. The ungulate nods and begins to kind of set up a scry using a bit of her blood. And after a couple minutes, the ungulate begins to scry on Oleander, and you cannot see it. Only the person scrying can see it, but he is recalling everything he sees. One called Oleander. She is bleeding out in some deep, dark part of the forest. She seems to be calling out to someone named Fred. No one is coming. He pauses for a couple moments. Looks up at Samson. She has died.
Well.
Immediately after this, he actually looks back. Someone's
coming.
She's not.
You cut out.
She is not dead yet. There is still some bit of life left in her. Sounds of footsteps. It is not yet your time.
Who's saying that?
It is, as all you can say, it is a woman's voice.
Oh. Okay.
A portal, perhaps. And then he just raises his head up. The scry has suddenly been cut, sir. The scry has been abruptly ended.
It's most likely the queen.
So basically, to explain what happened for everyone who's here, someone put a scry on Oleander, and she died. But in her last moments of life, the scryer heard a woman's voice saying, "It is not yet your time," and the sound of a portal, and then it was abruptly cut off.
Hmm. So, what likelihood is there that the one who said that can undo the effects of death?
Sighs, thinking. But I have never seen her resurrect the dead. Not personally.
So that means that her followers can.
I am unsure if she has. Wait, followers as in Oleander's followers, or followers as in the Queen's followers?
The queen's followers. As far as we know, Oleander doesn't have followers.
I will look into this. I have scouts of my own, and we'll check out the woodlands. He looks down at the scryer. Do you know where this location was? He kind of looks at Samson. I was able to see some kind of monument. Something in the distance. I am not sure what it was. Some kind of statue. It was too dark to see properly. I apologize. Kind of like lets out a sigh, but gives a nod regardless.
Must have been a pretty large statue then, right?
10, 12 feet tall. I couldn't give you a better description. I apologize.
Was it above the trees?
It was kind of on a path. I don't know where the path led, however. There was nothing but woods, trees, and the statue. We'll find it. He looks at the two of you. We'll take this from here. I suggest you continue finishing your rank, lest Flag gets even more upset.
Right.
I have a question, even though I'm not there. Did the hoof stop moving?
It stopped moving for a couple minutes.
Is it moving again?
It is slightly twitching, like very, very soft twitches, like how your fingers would like just naturally twitch. Little toot. Or I don't know.
I wonder.
Are you guys gonna leave the facility?
Yeah, are you guys done here, or do you have any other business with
Um,
Samson?
I believe Miss Palm wanted the hoof back out, right?
Yeah, she
Yeah.
did want to spend more time studying it.
So you take the hoof back to Palm?
If,
Yeah, so then I
yeah,
head
if they
out
don't
to the
want it.
slums.
Samson hands you back the hoof.
Okay. So,
Really tempted to just end session here because this has been awful.
why?
Then can you come back to us and me and Jervis fight to finish it out? Or whatever the hell we're doing,
So,
Dallas.
why has it been awful?
Everyone's just
I
been
don't know,
sleepy.
just feels.
It's just
Just feel like it's just been awful.
Today's been relatively slow, I guess, but I like it.
it's
been
a slow
but
session, but
it's nice.
it
We can have
happens.
more character interaction, which is better in my opinion.
And if we don't get this out of the way, then it would be spilled out in other sessions. So
Just jump
Yeah.
to Jack. Jump to Jack.
Because I also need to
I-
go to the bad parts of
Yeah.
town.
Yeah. So you'll probably give it back,
Give it to Wyoming.
give the hoof back to Palm,
Yeah.
and then does anyone else need to do anything before I decide to head back to Jack?
Well, I mean, I'm headed to the bad part of town for some reason.
Sell some more of my drugs.
And that's where Jack's also heading, right? Some bar with Dallas.
Somewhere with Jervis, yeah.
So you'll probably meet up with him. So unless anyone else, if anyone else is doing anything, going once, going twice.
making potions.
All right, Jack.
Yo.
So you and Jervis are entering the very, very, very shady part of town.
I don't like this, Jervis. I don't like this one bit.
Oh, this place is nice. A lot more better than Seoul. I was over there. A wonderful place.
Jack kind of looks away, reminiscing about his time in Seoul. Seeing a guy get shot. Getting drunk off your ass. Almost getting killed multiple times. Yeah, perfect. Great place. And then they kept moving along.
I wonder where he is. Where would... would Mr. Dallas be? He's going to make a perception.
Where would Dallas be? Hear gunshots in the distance. I think I have an inkling of where he might be.
What is that? That is a 9.
Can I make a perception to make? Well, actually, I don't know. Maybe? Can
Well,
I?
he's making a perception, not to listen, but to kind of like look around. Perception. 20.
In that case, can I make a perception to listen?
Go for it.
And I've actually been forgetting that my perception is 9 now, so. Yeah.
Okay. Well, between you and Jervis looking around, you kind of actually pinpoint where Dallas may potentially be.